Did you see the pictures from Sarah's vacation yet?
Oh, wow, she went to Japan.
That looks incredible.
Hello, I am Adam.
Hi, I am Sarah.
Welcome to English Shadowcast.
Here, you will learn English easily and in a fun way.
Hey, stop scrolling for a moment and listen carefully. This isn't just another English lesson you'll forget in 5 minutes. This is English Shadowcast, and this episode was created specifically for you. If you want to improve your English in a way that feels fun, easy, and natural, then you are exactly where you need to be.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Sarah. I am so thrilled to be with you today. You know, Adam and I believe that you don't just study a language from a dry textbook. No, you have to live it. You have to feel it through real conversations, funny stories, and moments we all share.
I'm Adam, and I'm your partner on this journey. My goal is to help you improve your listening skills step by step without any of that classroom pressure. Just imagine we are sitting in a cozy cafe having a chat, and you are right there with us.
So before we dive into today's topic, let's do something together. Wherever you are, maybe you're on a bus or cleaning your house or just waking up, take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Relax. Learning happens best when you are happy and relaxed.
Today's topic is the foundation of everything, the morning routine. It's something you do every single day, which makes it the perfect topic to practice your English. If you can describe your morning, you can describe your life.
Exactly. Your morning isn't just about waking up. It's about how you set your mood, your energy, and your mindset for the next 15 hours. So Adam, let's get started from the very beginning. The alarm clock, friend or foe?
Let's be honest, Sarah. When that alarm clock goes off, how do you feel? Do you jump out of bed like a superhero, or do you hide under the covers?
Oh, Adam, I am definitely not a superhero in the morning. When my alarm goes off at 7 a.m., my first thought is, who did this to me? Why is the world so cruel? The bed is just too warm. It's like a magnetic field holding me down.
We call that the snooze struggle. Listeners, do you know that button on your phone, the snooze button? It gives you 9 more minutes of sleep, but those 9 minutes are dangerous.
Oh, they are a trap. I am the queen of the snooze button. I press it once, then I press it again, and suddenly 30 minutes have disappeared. Adam, what's your record? How many times have you hit snooze?
My record? Probably 5 times. But I have a funny and slightly embarrassing story about this. A few months ago, I had a very important job interview. I was so nervous that I didn't sleep well. When my alarm finally went off, I was so tired that I didn't just hit snooze, I hit off.
Oh no, don't tell me you stayed asleep.
I did. I fell back into a deep sleep. In my dream, I was actually at the interview and I was doing a great job. But in reality, I was snoring in my bed. When I finally opened my eyes, it was 9:30 a.m. My interview was at 9.
No way. What did you do? Did you panic?
I didn't just panic, Sarah. I flew out of bed. I was running around the room with only one sock on, looking for my shirt. I was confused, I was sweating, and my hair looked like it had been hit by lightning. I looked like a crazy person.
That's what we call chaos in English. C-H-A-O-S. Pure madness. Did you make it to the interview?
I arrived 30 minutes late, breathless and messy. Surprisingly, they were very kind, but I learned a very hard lesson that day. 5 more minutes is the biggest lie in the world.
I agree. That's why I started a new technique. I call it the phone across the room technique. I put my phone on my desk, far away from my bed. To stop that annoying noise, I must stand up and walk. By the time I reach the phone, my brain is 20% awake.
That's a pro tip right there. Listeners, let's practice that phrase. I am a heavy sleeper. If it's hard for you to wake up, you are a heavy sleeper. Sarah, are you a heavy sleeper or a light sleeper?
I am definitely a heavy sleeper. A storm could happen outside, and I would probably keep dreaming about chocolate cake.
Okay, so we have survived the alarm. We are out of bed. Next stop, the bathroom. This is where the transformation happens, from zombie to human.
Exactly. I head straight for the sink. I like to wash my face with lukewarm water. Not too hot, not too cold. It feels like a gentle good morning to my skin. But Adam, I heard you do something crazy. Is it true you take cold showers?
It is true. It's a very popular habit in the US right now. It's called cold exposure. For the last 30 seconds of my shower, I turn the handle to ice cold.
Just thinking about it makes me shiver. Why would you do that to yourself?
Because it works. It's like an electric shock to your nervous system. Your heart starts beating fast, you breathe deeply, and suddenly you are 100% awake. You feel like you can conquer the world.
Well, you can keep your ice water. I prefer my steam. I like to stay in the shower until the whole bathroom looks like a cloud. It's my me time.
To each their own, but we both have to deal with the same mystery every morning, the mirror. Sarah, what do you see when you first look in the mirror?
Oh, it's not pretty, Adam. My hair is the biggest problem. We call it bedhead, right?
Yes, bedhead. My hair usually stands up in the back like a small mountain. No matter how much water I use, it refuses to stay down.
I remember one morning I was so tired that I accidentally used my face wash as toothpaste. Oh no, that must have tasted terrible. It was disgusting. It didn't foam up like toothpaste and it tasted like soap. I spent 5 minutes rinsing my mouth out. It was a very bubbly mistake. That's a classic morning brain moment. Listeners, have you ever done something silly because you were tired? Maybe you put your keys in the fridge or your phone in the trash. Try to think of a story and tell it in English. After the bathroom, it's time for the best part of the day, the kitchen, the smell of breakfast. Adam, I know you are a coffee fanatic.
You caught me. I am a total coffee addict. I love everything about it. The sound of the beans grinding, the smell of the steam. I usually have a huge mug of black coffee. In America, we sometimes call it a cup of joe.
A cup of joe. I love that idiom. I'm more of a tea enthusiast. I have a special cabinet just for my teas. Chamomile, green tea, Earl Grey. I pick one based on how I want to feel.
That's very sophisticated. I just want the caffeine. But what about food? Are you a big breakfast person or a toast and go person?
I love a big breakfast, but only on the weekends. On weekdays, I usually make a smoothie or some oatmeal with blueberries. It's fast and healthy. But I have to be careful. I'm very clumsy in the morning.
Clumsy? Tell us what happened.
Well, last Monday, I was making my smoothie. I put the fruit, the milk, and the yogurt in the blender. But I forgot to put the lid on.
Oh no, I think I know where this is going.
I pressed the high-speed button. In 1 second, my entire kitchen, the walls, the ceiling, and my white shirt was covered in purple blueberry smoothie.
A purple kitchen. That sounds like a modern art painting.
It wasn't art to me. I spent an hour cleaning it up. I was so frustrated that I just ate a plain piece of bread for breakfast.
That's the problem with mornings. Everything feels harder when you haven't fully woken up. That's why I try to keep my breakfast fail-proof. I just pour cereal into a bowl. No machines, no lids, no mess.
Smart man. Let's learn that word, clumsy. C-L-U-M-S-Y. It means you drop things or make small accidents easily. Are you clumsy in the morning?
Now that we are fed and caffeinated, we have to face the closet, the wardrobe challenge. Sarah, I imagine this takes you a while.
You have no idea, Adam. I stand there staring at my clothes like they are a difficult math problem. I have sweaters, dresses, jeans, and skirts, and yet I always feel like I have nothing to wear.
Why is that? I have 5 identical blue shirts and 3 pairs of jeans. It takes me 5 seconds to get dressed.
That's because you are a man. For me, it depends on 2 things, my mood and the weather. I always check my weather app first. In the city where I live, the weather is very unpredictable.
Unpredictable. That's a great word. It means you never know what is going to happen.
Exactly. It might be sunny at 8 a.m., but raining by 10 a.m., so I have to think about layers. I wear a t-shirt, then a cardigan, then a jacket.
I once ignored the weather report. It said there was a 90% chance of rain. I thought, no way, the sky is blue. I walked out in my favorite suede shoes.
Oh, suede shoes and rain. That's a disaster.
It was. Within 10 minutes, there was a huge thunderstorm. My shoes were ruined and I looked like a drowned rat when I got to work.
A drowned rat. We use that expression when someone is completely soaked with water.
Now I always carry an umbrella. Even if I don't see a single cloud, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Better safe than sorry. Another great idiom. Listeners, try to use that one today. It means it's better to be careful now than to regret it later.
Sarah, let's stop for a moment. I want to tell our listeners how to practice with this podcast.
Great idea. Guys, this show is called English Shadowcast. Do you know what shadowing means?
Shadowing is like being a mirror. When you listen to us, you should speak too.
Yes. When Adam says a sentence, you say the same sentence at the same time. Try to speak at the same speed. Try to sound happy when we are happy.
This is like a sport. You cannot learn to play football just by watching it on TV. You must run and kick the ball. Shadowing is kicking the ball for English.
It helps your mouth get used to English words. It makes you speak faster and better.
So please, go back and listen to Sarah's story about the burnt eggs. Listen to it 3 times. The first time, just listen. The second time, speak slowly with her. The third time, try to speak exactly like her.
This is the best way to learn. It is simple, but it is very powerful.
Okay, back to our routine. We have our clothes, we have our bag, we are at the door, but we cannot leave. Why?
Because we can't find the keys.
Yes, where are the keys? They are always hiding.
I have a small box for my keys near the door, but I never put them there. I leave them in my coat, or on the table, or in the bathroom.
One time, I found my keys in the fridge. I put them there when I was getting the milk. I looked for my keys for 20 minutes. I was almost late for work.
Haha, we call that a brain fart. It is a funny way to say your brain stopped working for a minute.
Once I have my keys, I am ready. But before I open the door, I do one last thing.
What is it?
I take a deep breath. I look at the door and I say, "Today will be a good day." It makes me feel calm.
I love that. I do something similar. I think of one thing I want to do today. Just one thing. If I do it, I am happy. It helps me not feel overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means you feel like you have too much work and you are stressed. If you think of just one thing, you feel better. Exactly. Then I open the door, I see the sun, and I start my day.
Well, we finished the morning. We survived the alarm, the messy hair, the burnt eggs, and the missing keys.
It was a lot of fun. We hope you liked our stories. We hope you learned some new, easy words today.
Remember the words we used: snooze, bedhead, clumsy, unpredictable, and shadowing. Try to write them in your notebook. They are very useful.
Now it is your turn. Please talk to yourself in English today.
Yes, talk about your morning. I wake up, I drink tea, I wear a blue shirt. It is okay if it is very simple. The important thing is to speak.
Do a little bit every day. That is the secret to learning English.
Thank you for listening to English Shadowcast. We are very proud of you. You are doing a great job.
We will see you in the next episode. Have a wonderful day, wherever you are.
And don't forget, keep learning and keep smiling. Now, let's look at the most important words we used today.
Try to repeat them with us.
Snooze button,
A button on your alarm that stops the sound for a few minutes.
Heavy sleeper.
A person who does not wake up easily when there is noise.
bedhead,
When your hair looks messy and crazy after sleeping. Chaos. A situation where everything is a mess and out of control.
cup of joe,
A common American slang term for a cup of coffee.
clumsy,
A person who drops things or makes small accidents easily.
unpredictable,
Something that changes a lot, like weather, so you don't know what will happen.
shadowing.
An English practice where you repeat a speaker's words at the same time.
5 more minutes.
Use this when you want to stay in bed a little longer after the alarm rings.
Go to breakfast.
Use this to describe your favorite food that you eat almost every morning.
Better safe than sorry.
Use this when you decide to be careful, like taking an umbrella, to avoid a problem.
I have nothing to wear.
Use this, usually as a joke, when you have many clothes but can't choose what to put on.
Brain fart.
Use this funny phrase when your brain stops working for a second, like putting keys in the fridge.
A drowned rat.
Use this to describe someone who is completely wet because of the rain.
Dressed in layers.
Use this when you wear many clothes, t-shirt plus sweater plus jacket, because the weather is cold.